Hello everybody and welcome to my class. We're going to be making these paper roses today, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to need medium weight cardstock cut in a circle. This happens to be 10 inches. You can do 5 inches, whatever. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just so you know, like if I did this on my Cricut, you can just cut it by hand out of a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and you're going to get the same effect. Okay, is everybody done with commercial? Okay. Alright, so like I said, you're going to need a circle cut out of medium weight cardstock. I don't recommend white core cardstock at all, or any of the, what's the brand? It's kind of fibery. Hi Froggy. It's real thick stuff you don't want, because you're going to have a real hard time, because we're going to be cutting it and using our fingers to curl and shape. Okay, so lightweight cardstock is medium weight cardstock is probably the heaviest I go, and your fingers will hurt the first couple times you do this. Yeah, Bonnie's moderating, Froggy. She has full control. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you are going to spiral cut all the way to the center, and you're going to start out with a tapered end. So you're going to watch me. And this does not have to be perfect, just so you guys know. I mean, I just go around and cut. That's a good thing about these roses, is you do not have to be perfect with these. That's why I like making them. And I have been making these roses since before Prima came out with flowers and Tim Holtz came out with his die cut for making flowers. Basically before any flowers were ever out there to be made or to purchase. And they're great to use on like canvases and packaging. So you're going to want to leave, let me get my spiral back. You're not going to want to cut all the way into the center. You kind of want to leave a little spot right here. So this is what you're going to glue all your rows together on. Hi Kristen. No, I come on at 7. Okay. So you spiral cut this. Now, one thing you're going to want to do is ink your edges. And I'm going to use, if I can find my little spongy, I'm going to use some Victorian Velvet Distress ink. And I'm going to go around and ink the outside edge. I know you probably can't see this because it's kind of like, you don't want it to be drastic. You just kind of want a slight, maybe a little bit darker or even lighter, depending on how dark your cardstock is. And you're just, like I said, you're gonna, I like to ink like halfway down this spiral part here, only because when we fold the ends, most of this is going to be gone, and you kind of want that variation to make your rose look real, because no rose is ever perfect in color all over. Bonnie, you threw yourself out? Okay, let me remod you. I guess I should remod it. I'm going to mod a couple here. Whoops. Okay. Okay, there you go. You guys are... Christine is now also a mod, so... Watch out, Froggy. I have backup. So to get all the way around your... I know this is kind of difficult sometimes, but it's actually quite easy to get on the inside spiral cuts. I just basically let it fall into my lap as I'm going around. Oops. Oops. And then, when we're done inking, we're going to whip our paper into submission. Yep, you heard me right. Yes, you can do this in any size, Christine. I mean, it depends on if your fingers can take it. The smaller the circle, the harder it is to work your spiral cuts. Okay? So just keep that in mind. I mean, it can be done. Like I have 4-inch circles here. I'm going to show you. I haven't done anything smaller than a 4-inch circle. I mean, I can do it. I think I have done it. I just don't remember. It's been a long time since I've actually made these. And I just got in the mood to make them again, so thought I'd show you guys how to make these. One more piece here. When you get towards the middle, it's a little more difficult to maneuver your pieces around. And if they get folded, don't worry about it. It's really no big deal. So then we're going to put our spiral back. So there, I have it all inked. Froggy, are you making people sick? Hi, Tanya. Aww. Little man is sick. Oh, no. Aww, poor little guy. Will you tell him I hope he feels better? Diamond Zone, you're Stephanie, right? Am I close? I'm trying to remember everybody's names here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, we have our circle inked. And cut into a spiral. Now, on this tapered end is where we're going to start. This is going to be where your petals are going to stick up, so this is going to be this part where you see. Okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to take your finger and just curl the very edge of it. Can you see what I'm doing? Just kind of fold it and curl it down and under. And this probably isn't going to pick up. Can you guys see that? There's the back. See how I'm folding it and curling it? Night, Tanya. And you're just going to go all the way around. And I'm going to warn you, your fingers are going to hurt just a little. And you're going to... Okay. So once you have a little bit of a section and the edge of it kind of curled, you're going to go back over and just kind of curl it some more. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm actually like curling even more right here. I'm trying to hold it up to the camera so you guys can see this. I know it's probably kind of difficult, but I've curled it even more. No, it started at 7, Stephanie. 7 my time. Yeah, the time zone really screws it up. So we're just curling the ends again, and then once you get a good section done, you're going to go back through and just fold it down and kind of curl it even more. Okay, so now it looks like a shelf. If I flip it over, I'm going to twist it around. Whoop, my camera's trying to focus as I'm moving. Okay. So then you're just going to work in little sections, get the top curled down, just like a 1/4 of an inch of the top, just kind of curled down, because the one thing you don't want is the edges of the paper popping up, because then it won't look like a rose. And then fold it like towards the middle, just kind of so do your edge. I do this fairly quickly, so if I go too fast for you guys, just holler at me. And then you're just gonna kind of roll the paper so there's my edge. And you can see when I lay it flat, you can see that it kind of stands up here. Yeah, I'm Eastern. So, and you guys, once you get the hang of this, you can, like, I used to sit and, like, if I'm watching TV or a movie or something with my husband, I would have all these circles just sitting here on my little table, and I'd cut them, and I'd sit here, because you don't have to watch yourself do this. Once you get used to doing this, you just kind of can do it without looking. And I would just sit here and watch TV and, you know, curl the ends and curl it towards the middle. Yeah, you could do it in the truck, Christine. Mulchera's going to be coming back here real soon. The weather's going to get nice. No, that's her name when she's handling the mulch. Her and her husband own a tree service business, and she sells mulch in the summertime. And just, she's always looking for cool things to do to occupy her time while she's doing this. Oh, she is? Okay, everybody, Lucinda is taking Christine's class time tomorrow. So, Christine, do you know her link to where her show is or anything that you could post up? Oh, okay. So if you are friends with Christine on Facebook, Lucinda will post that on Christine's page, so we can all go and see her show. What do I mean curl? You're just kind of folding. Do you see that? I'm actually taking the paper and rolling it to make like a curl. See? So I'm just taking the very tip, maybe 1/4 inch, and kind of rolling it down. And then about halfway down your spiral strip, I'm just kind of rolling the paper down so it looks like this. No, it shouldn't be even. There's no mistakes making these. I mean, you can do it however you want. You know, let's say I curled it down too far. It doesn't matter. That's what gives your rose some character. And the more you curl it, the bigger petals your rose will have. This is medium weight chipboard. No, it's not chipboard. You did not hear it come out of my mouth. It's cardstock. Do not use white core cardstock or any of that heavy fibrous cardstock, because your fingers will be dying. And it doesn't like to, I'm getting all tangled up. It doesn't like to cooperate too well if you get too heavy of a paper. I'm froze. Hi, Kathy. So we're just folding the tip, curling it down, and just giving it, like, roll it. And it is a little time consuming to do this, but once, like I said, if you cut out a whole bunch of circles and sit in front of the TV, watch your shows, you don't need to watch what you're doing with this. That's what's cool about it. Once you get the hang of doing this, you just kind of know how far you gotta go, and like I said, there's no wrong with this. This is like one of the easiest flowers you can make. So just remember, curl your tip in, and then halfway down, kind of roll your paper so you have that edge. See my edge? See, I'm sitting here watching the chat, and I'm not even paying attention to what my hands are doing. The first project I have where I'm not like having to pay attention to what I'm doing, and I can actually pay attention to what you guys are doing. Actually, it's not really that a lot of work. Just the curling part. It's just time consuming. That's all. Because you got to get it all the way around. Oops. And I'm going to show you how to use it. Like, I've used these on tags, and I'm going to put the roses I make on a tag tonight. A 10-inch circle turns out to be, let me get the canvas that I did. It has a 10-inch rose on it. It's pretty good size. See? That's a 10-inch circle right here. And let me grab my ruler. I can tell you what the diameter is across. It is about 4 inches across. So it's a good 4-inch rose. No white core, no heavy fibrous paper. A medium or lightweight cardstock is good, but not that really super thin stuff. Well, Froggy's having troubles. I'm still working on learning it, Christine. There's a lot to learn on that machine. Let me tell you what. There's like 500 videos on how to run this machine. I think I'm only through maybe 200. I'm sorry that Froggy had to leave. No, it's a Pazzle. It's the new Pazzle machine. What's it called? Expression. The thing is huge. I had to make room in my craft room. It's bigger than the Cricut. What browser am I using? Yeah, no, you told me, Bonnie. I just didn't listen. I'm like, oh, how big could it be? Yeah. Let's just put it this way. My Cricut, and I have the Cricut Expression. It looks like a midget compared to this machine. Yeah, she is smart. Bonnie always has the answers, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's a professional. But that's what all of my templates that I have up in the store will be converted to. And they will be sold as chipboard die cuts. And they will also be easier. They're going to be more of a foldable fold and glue template. Or not template. It's actually going to be on chipboard. Yeah, sorry, Kathy. Everybody's having problems. Okay. So my edges are all curled. See, there's the back. I'll give you kind of a side profile there. Okay. So, now, we are going to start curling. And you're going to curl towards you, and you're going to start with that little tail, and you're going to get it nice and tight. And I don't know if you can see that. It's a little tiny spiral I'm starting. And you're just going to keep curling. Make sure sometimes your ends will pop up and you kind of have to hold them down because obviously since you're going in a circle, and once this gets bigger you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. Because then my fat fingers won't be in the way. And you don't want to roll too tight because you want it to be more of a natural Okay. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but in order to hold this in place, you kind of have to put your finger in the center, and my center came undone, so hang on, and you might do this a couple times because I still sometimes have issues where I have to, I didn't roll it tight enough and it didn't stay. And you would just want to get a good roll on it, and I don't think I've got a good roll on it. Yep, I just did it again. Yeah, it looks like a coiled snake. I don't know why this isn't cooperating. Alright, I got a good coil on it now. Alright, so you're going to make sure that your ends stay folded that we curled under, and you're just going to keep spinning, and this is very testy on your fingers too. And you do want your edge to have a bit of a dimension to it, so make sure it's not, sometimes when you are going around like this, the paper will just automatically go flat, and I just tend to curl it, like give it a little dimension as I'm going around and recurling the edge. I promise once it gets bigger you guys you'll see this. I had to get my spiral was down underneath the chair. So now it's just a matter of getting it all curled up into a rose. And this is going to be a pretty good size one. And you're going to have to flip your spiral around every once in a while because it gets out of control. Don't pull too tight. Don't make it really super tight. You kind of want it loose. Only the center stays tight. That is the only tight curl you want to make. The rest of it should be loose. Okay. See, it's starting to look like a rose. If it gets, like, you do want it somewhat tight, but you don't want it too tight, because then you kind of, it loses its rose form and it just looks like you curled paper. So then as you get towards the outer, you're going to loosen it up. So you're going to start out real tight in the center, and then as you're moving around and curling, you're going to loosen it up, loosen it up. And then for glue, to glue it, I'm just using Aleene's Quick Dry Tacky Glue. Anything quick dry, even hot glue works. And all I do is I just lift it up like this, and this is your glue tab right here. See what I put the glue on? That center spot. And you're just going to set your flour down and hold it there for a few minutes. You might have to tighten up your flour just a little bit. Make sure you press in the center, because you do want your center to be adhered to that. And then while I'm holding it in the center, I go and, this is the fun part, yes, scrunch it. You sit there and you scrunch it. You just scrunchy, 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 scrunchy. And there. You have to practice. This is definitely one of those things that it's probably going to take you a few tries to get, but once you get the hang of it, you'll start to be able to know how to manipulate it. Okay, so normally what I do, once I get my rose formed and I sit there and scrunch and play with it, I will then take, you know, your spray mists. I have Lindy's Stamp Gang. Oops. I will do that, but before I do that, I'm going to do this. Taking the Victorian Velvet again and my distressing tool, and I'm just going to go around to touch the top of the rose petals just a little bit. Because this gives your flower a little bit of dimension and a variation of color. Okay, so there's, I don't know if you can tell, but it is, I do have a variation of color on it. And then I'll take some your shimmer sprays. Grabbing some paper towels. And I just give it a little spritz. Just like that. So now we got a little bit of shimmer. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. Oh, yep. Thank you, thank you. I shall take a bow now. Thank you, thank you. Okay. And if you want them to look frosted, like this one looks frosted, I take the Folk Art Metallic Pearl White paint. Okay, and I just dry brush it on. And if you watched my show last week when I was doing, what did I do, the canvas, and I was doing a lot of dry brushing on that, you should know what that is. And I just go and I just touch in spots. A little heavy over there. Don't forget to get the inside if you're going to frost, because you don't want to leave kind of naked spots. Okay, so, and when you add the paint, it actually makes the paper a little more able to work with, because you're making the paper wet, and you can even play with it more after you've done the whole spritzing and whatnots to it. And then it'll dry pretty stiff. And then if you want to seal it, when I use canvases, when I use these on canvases, I usually seal them. And I will seal them with either, yeah, what is it called? Hello. Brain not functioning. I will seal it with the Claudine Helmut Studio Multi-Medium, or I will use, I don't recommend glossy accents because it just, I think it's too shiny, but I also use, and let me find my bottle, because for some reason the name is not coming to me. Triple Thick. hairspray. No. No hairspray. Alcohol. No, you don't need alcohol to do that. One other thing that sometimes I do is I have some of these Studio G glitter glue things, and I got my bottle right here, triple thick. Okay, so I got my Studio G and I'm squirting it right on my surface here because I'm not going to directly squirt it on to the flour. This stuff is like super thick, so I'm just going to grab, where's my paintbrush? Oh, buggers. Okay, hang on, I gotta rinse my paintbrush out. If you put it directly, this stuff directly onto your rose, you're going to have globs. And it just doesn't look right. So I use a paintbrush. And I just go around just to give it that one extra little sparkle. And then when you're all done, I just set it aside and let it dry. And it'll get stiff too, from all the stuff we just added, the paint and everything. Yep, I can hold it up. The frost is on there. You can see the white. See the white? There, you can get a good view of it on the side. Okay. So then normally what I do is I will add a leaf. Let me grab my leaves. I'm just going to show you because I'm not going to use this big one on my tag. It's a little too big. But let me grab, I just have some leaves that of course I have to find them because I don't come prepared, people. See, I reorganized things so I don't think the leaves that I'm looking for are in here. Isn't that sad? So we're going to have to use a different leaf. I thought they were in here. Gosh darn it. Okay. I have a sparkly leaf that I made. So there's my sparkly leaf. And of course I have a feather because I have to have feathers. And I like to put, I'll actually need 2 leaves. Darn it, I hope I have another sparkly leaf. I need to dump this container. I can't find anything. Okay, let's not do sparkly. I don't have 2 of those. Switching. I got you guys all excited about the sparkly leaf, but I have these we're going to use. They're mint green leaves frosted. So it'll go with our rose. Our frosted rose. Okay, So let me find, I don't like that feather, getting a different feather. As soon as I remember where my feather box is. See, I have myself all discombobulated. How did I do that leaf? They're actually fabric leaves. I get my leaves from, I'll show you. It's one of these leaves. They're from Dollar Tree. I go there and I'll buy like random flowers just to get the leaves if I like the leaves. And all I've done is cut them apart into single leaves. Just like that. And what I do to get this mint color, I use a lot of paint, and I used a soft apple, the Folk Art soft apple. And you just paint several coats. Like you're going to paint a coat on, let it dry, paint a coat on, let it dry, paint a coat on, and then these are stiff. And I paint it on both sides, and then I take my metallic pearl white paint and I just dry brush it on to get that frosted look. You're welcome. Super easy. Okay, what was I getting? Feathers. That's what I was getting. Looking for feathers. Oh, I bet you I put them there. That's not them. Are they up here? No. Oh, I think I found them. My box of feathers. So, let's see. We need a fluffy feather. Let's look for some fluffies. Yes, I have a lot of feathers, guys. No, I don't throw out the grains, I save them. Ooh. I don't know if I like the pink. Nah, I think I want a white one, but I'm not seeing fluffy whites ones. That's too big. It's way too big. That's kind of small. I think we can cut that one down. Put that behind that. Okay. Whoops. Dropping feathers everywhere. Good thing I don't have glue in myself because I'd be a mess. Okay. So I'm just going to use my fabric tack. If I put it in a plastic jar, I'd end up dumping them out. I like them in the box that I have. It's easier for me to dig around in, I guess. So I'm just gonna kind of put the feathers, put the leaves together the way I like them. And I think I'm gonna pinch this one just up a bit. Give it some more texture. And I always put the feather behind or in between the, I don't know which way we're going to do this yet. I might have it off to the side. Who knows? I'm going to glue down my feather, or my leaves. Okay. And you're just going to kind of eyeball it. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I should really put them by color, but I don't. It's just me. You know what? I think I need another feather for the other side. I just want a small one. Where are all the small feathers? Here we go. Normally I tea dye my feathers, and I didn't get to these ones yet, so we're having white feathers. Oops, wrong end. You know what? I kind of want them. Okay. Oh, somebody's cooking something downstairs. I can smell it. Or burning something. Oh, it smells terrible. Ustream's flinging you around. Yeah, I don't like that at all. We're moving it. There's just no way to put these. I don't like these feathers. We're taking the feathers off. They're the wrong kind of feathers. You know what? I'm going to use my brown ones. I think smaller would be better. Yes. And then I can tuck them right in here. See, I'm very particular. So there's my feathers. Yep, you can use some tulle. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with these things. I have, what are they called? These little pearl spray that I like to put on there. I've used tulle. I've used scrunched up lace. I've used a whole gambit of stuff behind the flowers. So I'll just stick these right in here. Hopefully not attack the feather. Sometimes these, there we go. It did kind of attack the feather. Sort of. I think I need a shorter end on this one. Yeah, you could do tulle. I can't remember where I put my tulle. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I was cleaning, and I don't know, I have to reacquaint myself with my craft room apparently. Because oh, my feather came out. I was looking for all kinds of stuff today and couldn't find it. I need to stop moving stuff. Okay. See, a cool piece of tulle right back here would be really pretty to do on that. Or even a piece of lace. Let me see. Like if I would do just kind of scrunch up some lace. And if you put it, see? Can you guys see that lace? Probably not with the paper towel. Duh. There. if you do like lace, except I won't use this piece of lace because this is the last of it, guys. Yes, I'm a hoarder of lace. This is my favorite lace. Okay, so do you want me to do another one? Thank you, Christine. See, this one's already dry and it's stiff. It's not going anywhere. Sometimes you don't even need like triple thick or anything on it. Okay. So let's do a small one because tonight I'm going to be finishing up decorating this tag. If you can see my fairies. Thank you. And my flowers, my roses are going to go down here, and I actually cut out some greenery on my Cricut, and this is paper that I just embossed and I sprayed with a whole bunch of different colors of inks, so that's going to go down like this, and we're going to put a couple small ones. So I'm going to show you how to do a small one. Okay? Thank you. You're looking in and out. Oh, I got this image online, and it's I love this image of these two vintage fairies. So, okay, I'm going to set that aside, and I need a pink and a yellow rose, and this is the 4-inch roses, or 4-inch circles. They're not roses yet. Well, I'm actually going to change the color of this, and this is the fun thing about these two. I need this to be a little more blue, so I'm going to be spraying this with some blue. Oh, no, you know what? I don't buy images. I go to Google Images, and I will search for exactly what I'm looking for. And there is, if it doesn't have a copyright on it, or it doesn't, or not copyright, I should say, a watermark or anything, it's a free image, and you can download it to your computer and print it out and use it. Another place to check out is, I think, is it Graphic Fairy? She does a lot of free ones, and there's oh gosh, there's another girl that has a lot of cool free images, and she has on a blog. If you type in to your browser free vintage images, a couple of blogs will come up. Make sure you do vintage if you're looking for vintage. Okay, so here I'm starting out on a small circle, and I'm just willy-nilly going around. Guys, don't have to be perfect cutting this. It doesn't matter. Make sure you leave your little glue tab. Okay? And you're going to want to ink these. So let me grab, I think I'm going to use some Buttercup. I'm using Close to My Heart ink pad and Buttercup. Christine, are you trying to sell mulch online? I'm confused. Oh, you're going to sprinkle it on your flowers? Okay. I am going to ink. This is like the most important part, is inking. Don't forget to ink. Another thing you can do before you cut the circle is you could wet this with water and scrunch it up and then flatten it out and let it dry, and that gives you a really cool texture. That's what I did with this one. Okay, and another thing you can do is you can actually stamp on your circles too before you cut it out, so then it gives you a really cool effect when you start to roll up your roses. I have to warn you, the smaller ones are a little rougher on your fingers. Smaller circles, hard on fingers. But your fingers, you ink after you cut the circle or cut your spiral. Your fingers will get used to this, and then it doesn't hurt anymore. I made 100 of these one time. Okay. And by like, oh, I'd say 10, I wasn't having any feelings. Okay, when you water it and scrunch it, here, let me grab this little purple one, because, oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to grab one that I may not use on my tag. Let's try this one. Okay, so let's say this was going to be, I'm going to make a rose, but I'm going to add some texture first. So I'm going to grab, why am I shaking water? I don't know. Okay. You're just going to wet it down. Scrunch it all up. Make sure you scrunch in different directions. Just like that. Now you're going to set this aside. You're going to flatten it out. Just like that. And you're going to set this aside and let it dry. After it's dry, you're going to cut your circle, or your spiral, like this. Okay? And then, you're going to ink your edges. Did you all get that? Okay. I just got to get the water off my... Okay. So we're going back to curling the little edge, and this is the tedious part because you don't have much room to work with, so you're just kind of bending the edge down just a wee bit, and then you're going to go back over and you're just going to roll like I did with the big one. This is harder to show you because my fingers pretty much take up the whole strip here. you could emboss the circle. Use your imagination. You can, oh my gosh, there's like a bunch of stuff you could probably do. You could spray it with your mists ahead of time, and then get a really different effect too. Okay, so now I'm going back. I got a whole section where I and this one is going to turn out to be like this. A little itty bitty. Your glitter spray. You can do like multiple colors. You could use paper paint. What is it? This stuff. Viva Decor. You could do some kind of paint on that, let it dry, and then ink the edges to get a totally cool effect. I mean, there's like 1,000,001 things you can do. Tea dye, absolutely. I usually have a spray bottle up here with coffee in it. I know I'm weird. For those little projects where I just needed to kind of coffee dye something or tea dye. I prefer coffee over tea when I do any kind of dyeing like that to make something look vintage. And sometimes I do half and half. I do half coffee, half tea to get the effect that I'm going for. Bonnie had to leave. Oh, it's storming? Holy cow. Poor Bonnie. Okay. So that one didn't take too long for me to get all curled up. So that's what it looks like. And if I turn it over, it looks like a funky spiral. No, she's in Florida. So you cut the pink large roses by hand. Pink large roses. What pink large roses? I'm confused. You mean this one? Stephanie? This one? Or, oh yeah, this one. The one I just did? Yes, I cut that by hand. Okay, so then we're going to start, and remember we roll in. We started our tip there. Get a nice tight roll going. Oh, look at Bonnie. Christine's just posting images left and right for you guys. And remember, you're going to be tight on the inside when you first start rolling, and then you're going to start making it loose. And as you get towards the end of your spiral, it should be getting looser and looser and looser. Okay, so now we need our glue. And this one's little, so you do need, I don't recommend you using just like tacky glue or even glossy accents. It just does not dry fast enough. You need like a quick dry, quick bond glue. You can use your quick dry glue, you can use fabric tack, you can use hot glue. And here I go scrunching again, guys. You gotta scrunch, because that's what makes your rose look like a rose. I know, this little guy is little. There you go. There's the little tiny rose. And here again, I'm going to go over the petal part a little bit with some of that buttercup ink. Just to give that variation of color. Like that. And then we are going to actually spray this one with where is it? Gloria the Seas Gold, because I don't have yellow for some reason. I don't have a yellow spray. I guess it's something I should look into. Did you cut the large pink rose by hand? The large pink rose, I cut the circle with my Cricut. See, all these circles were cut with my Cricut. You don't have to. If you don't have a Cricut, you can hand cut these. Okay, I did all these roses all the same. I hand cut them. I sit there and fold them. Yep, same process. Alright, so there, now she's a little shimmery. That was a 4-inch circle, and it makes, I'm going to say this is a 1-inch rose. Let me find my, maybe 1.5 inch. Yeah, 1.5 inches in diameter this rose is. And that's from a 4-inch circle. Okay, so I'm actually going to use this rose on my little project. And this one needs to be worked on just a wee bit. So I'm just going to leave, I'm not going to add leaves or anything to this one. I am going to show you, I'm going to change this color though. You can cut this. Yes, you cut the spiral just like this. Here's a purple one that I cut and I haven't put together yet, and it's all folded and ready to go. And I do this, I get them all ready to go, and then like while I'm watching TV, folding the edges, everything, and then you just start curling it up. Remember, always start with the tapered end. And you want to start out real tight curl, and then start loosening up as the flower gets bigger. Kicked up. You're welcome. Okay, so I've decided I want this one to have a little bit of blue to it. So I have Lindy's Stamp Gang Starburst Spray in Tibetan Poppy Teal. Yeah, Ustream does that. And I'm just gonna and don't worry, it's not gonna be that dark. And then I have another blue I want to use as soon as I find it. Where are you? I'm going to use Baby Blue Eyes Aqua. And this is a lighter blue color, so if you don't see it, it's because it's like a lighter blue. Now see, I just totally changed the look of this flower. Can you guys see that? And that's a flower we're going to use on the tag. Yeah, I love the Tibetan Poppy Teal color. It's one of my favorites. In fact, that's how I did the background of this tag. It was Tibetan Poppy Teal and Hydrangea Blue in my sprays. I don't know if you can see that background. You might get a glare. Let's see. I'm trying to get so you guys can see it. It is Lindy's Stamp Gang. They have Starburst Sprays, Moon Shadow Mists, which is like, how do you describe Moon Shadow Mist? It has colored sparkle in it, but the base is brown. It's for making things look vintage. Okay? And they have Glitz Spritz, which is basically no color, just the glitter, the glitzy. It has a very soft color. Okay, Starburst Sprays is like your Glimmer Mists. So this is comparable. The Starburst Sprays are comparable to the Glimmer Mists from Tattered Angels. Yes, you have to order them online at lindystampgang.com. That's where I also get my magical micas, and I use this on this background too. What color is what? My magical micas? I have a bunch of them. I have the Tibetan Poppy Teal. They're all the same colors as the Starburst Sprays. Whatever colors the Starburst Sprays and the magical micas all go together, they have the same colors in both. They all coordinate. And I can actually, you know what? I can show you. Let's see. I'm not going to use this red rose, so let me show you something with magical micas. I'm going to just use an offbeat color. Sweet violet, purple, teal. I don't know if I want to use that. Yeah, let's use that. So with magical micas, it's powder in here, and this can be mixed with paint. too. Okay, so what you're going to do is you take a paintbrush. I'm going to show you. Let me dry off my paintbrush here for a second. Make sure I don't have any gook from something else. Okay, so you're just going to just get some onto the paintbrush, like that much. And you're going to want to put it on a surface. And then you take water. And I'm spraying it off to the side because if I sprayed it onto the magical micas and you just mix it, now watch. You want it to be very liquefied. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. You probably can't see this because I have the black underneath here, but I'm going to paint this on. It's like basically watercoloring. And if you watched my last week's show, you saw me do the canvas, and I actually mixed the magical micas with my craft paint and was able to make the background look like watercolors, and I added water to it after I painted it on and was able to spread around to make a two-tone effect. Okay, so now I just changed that. Okay, on the blue flower, I used this blue flower right here. I used Tibetan Poppy Teal and Baby Blue Eyes Aqua. I like to mix my colors. I'm just a weirdo like that. And this just, magical micas just comes right off, and it's self-sealing. Like, once it dries, it's not going to go anywhere. And you can actually see, like, that teal blue color. And it's shimmery. The sprays, yes. I used Tibetan Poppy Teal and Baby Blue Eyes Aqua. And for the yellow, I used Glory of the Seas Gold. And for these leaves right here, I used the Tibetan Poppy Teal, the Ponderosa Pine Olive, and where's my other one? The Glory of the Seas Gold. Those are the three, and I just did a light spray. You know what? You can't go wrong with any color on there. They sell them in sets. Buy a set. See if you like them. I'm serious. Okay. So. Oh, my rose came apart while we were chatting about Lindy's. I'm just scrunching my flower back up because it got a little discombobulated when it was coming undone. I'm going to use a little bit of the gossamer so it matches this one. This is the Moon Shadow Mists from Lindy's, and it has a brown, what do you call it? Not a brown, walnut ink base. This is walnut ink, and it has shimmered color in it. And I'll demonstrate in just 1 second some of the colors I have so you guys can get familiar with. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside. I'm going to use this paper towel. Well, actually a clean one. I know, it does, doesn't it? I agree with you. Ustream needs a good whipping. So, I am going to use Phantom Fuchsia. And these have to be, you can shake these, and this is the Moon Shadow Mist, and like I said, it has a walnut ink base. There it goes. Alright, so now, when this dries, and I'm just going to hit it with the heat gun, you will see a fuchsia color come through. What is the name of the black mat I'm working on? I'll tell you what the name of my black mat is. It is called a piece of tempered glass from a refrigerator that we have, that we got rid of. We replaced our refrigerator. And I have black chipboard underneath. Okay, I don't know if you can see the shimmer or the fuchsia color. Can you guys see that? Oh, there you can. I love Lindy Stamp Gang. I've been using it for years. When they first came out is when I started buying it. They came out, I think, even before Tattered Angels did. They've been around for quite a while. Okay, so I'm going to work on putting my flowers on my tag here. I'm just going to show you just different things you can do playing with them. They're not necessarily for like canvases. You can actually use them on other things. You can they're flat enough. You can use them for your mini album cover as decoration. I've done that. You can use them on tags, packaging, for presents. There's like a ton of stuff you can use. So I'm just trying to get my leaves in position so I know where I'm going to glue them. And I'm just going to use... Channel is offline. I just moved them. Darn it. Ustream is just being a pain in the dupa. Oh, sorry. I was doing baby talk again. My grandson lives with me, and I take care of him during the day. So sometimes I tend to carry on with baby talk. Not baby talk, I shouldn't say that. It's not really baby talk, but you know, kind of give it a different word. Instead of saying but, I always say dupa. Okay, did I position that right? I sure did. Now I'm going to stick my flower down, and I'm just using glossy accents as glue for right now. Ah! Or we could drop it, one or the other. recording. I can see it flashing. It's saying recording. Is Bonnie back? Oh, she is. Miss Bonnie's back. Okay, so I am just going to put my roses. I think I'm going to put this one over here. And this one over here. Just like this. So that's what I have so far. I do need to do some filling in a little bit. Thank you. My vintage fairies that I absolutely love. And this came in my goodie box today that I got from my cousin. This little metal piece right here. So I just need to do some filling in here because I got a little bit of blank spots over here. And making these roses, they're kind of large, so we're going to switch to some mulberry roses to add in now. Christine, you're funny. Let's see what's in this little goodie box of flowers. You know what? I think we need a little bit of pink because there's some pink in that image. So I have some of these little mini that I've already like shimmered up. I got these little tiny mini rosies that we are going to, I gotta find the rest of them. I just threw a whole bunch of them in here yesterday. Oh, there's a bigger one. I don't know if we'll use that, but we'll see. Ay, ay, ay. I just need bigger bins. Oh, there's one. There's one. See, they get stuck in here. If I would just cut off all of the stems, they would probably, I could probably dig better. Oh, there's a yellow one. I always like to look for the ones, pink circle. 10-inch pink circle, yes. That's how I made the pink rose. I'll bring the pink rose back over so you guys can look at it. Bring it up to the camera. Whoa, that was a little too close. Whew. And the yellow, these are 4-inch. And this blue one is a 7-inch circle. If you keep, like I said, you don't have to have them perfectly round cut from a Cricut machine. You can hand cut them if you have to. It doesn't matter if they're not perfectly round for the flowers because it all rolls the same, trust me. Because before the Cricut machine came out, I was hand cutting those circles. Sorry. I am like dry throat up here. We have like forced air heating and it's terrible. So I got all my little... So I'm just going to start stuffing some fillers in. Oh, Stephanie keeps getting kicked out. I am so sick of Ustream. I try to watch people's shows, like, I think, was it last Saturday, I tried to watch, I don't know if she's on. Oh yeah, Artie Dar. I tried watching your show last week, and Ustream was, or the week before, Ustream was a royal pain in my butt. It would not let me in the room or anything. Yeah, exactly. But Link 2 is hard to see the details. So it's like, well, what do we do? Yeah, I know. And I love watching you, Artie Door. I get bummed out when I can't. So I'm just doing some filling in with some of the roses that I have on hand. You guys would never ever want to make the rolled roses that we just did this small. You wouldn't be able to do it, I'm going to be totally honest. I should do a tag swap. You know, that would be awesome. You guys want to do a tag swap? Okay, if we do a tag swap, you guys have to make these roses. We're going to have rolls. We're going to make it fun and challenging. You are already down? Where? You're a lucky duck. Oh. There it goes. Okay, I got two more little pinky ones that I'm going to, I'll put a pink one right there. Okay, I will write it up, and we will do a swap. I will do that. Did you like my reminder today, Christine? Christine asked me to remind her of my class tonight, so I posted it really big on her Facebook page, so she wouldn't forget. Okay. So there we go. Oops, let me get... You need what? You need this tag? You're going back to work? Oh, the reminder. So, and I'll post a picture on my on the store Facebook page, on my website Facebook page. Don't have much in my store right now. Still working on turning my templates into chipboard die cuts. So does anybody have any questions? See, I'm in Buffalo, New York, and you would think we have a big, huge art district that I don't live far from. There's like a ton of art museums and everything not far from here. And you would think that they would do some kind of art retreats or mixed media. They don't. Oh, okay, Artie. I know! I would love to go to them. Maybe I should just start one. Start a retreat. A local one. I don't even know how many crafters we have around here. I haven't met a lot of crafty people yet. Are you going to come, Christine, if I do? Oh, okay. Alright, so yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah, because I can get like blocked rooms at the hotel. And I think they give you a deal if so many people do that. How far am I from you? You are 12 hours away from me. You're by Chicago, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you're 12 hours away from me. Okay. I'll show you the tag one more time. And like I said, I'll post a picture of this tag on the Altered Muse Studio fan page on Facebook. And it'll go up on the website too. Oh, I got this image free off of Google Images. Can we bring a tent to the room? Well, you know, you guys could share rooms because they usually have double rooms and you could split the cost. Yeah, I love it. I found it and I was like, yep, that's me, I like it. Okay, so I'm going to be posting about a tag swap. And I guess I'm putting together a retreat. Me come there? There you go. Ohio's halfway. Ohio's only, depending on where in Ohio, it's about 6 or 8 hours for me to drive to Ohio. That's it. Dawn's got to do it. She's halfway. I'm going to stop recording